For Voice Box 2, I chose There's a Walk It in My Pocket by Dr. Seuss, and the song is the ABC song and it's instrumental. Did you ever have the feeling there's a wasket in your basket, or a neuro in your bureau, or a wasset in your closet? Sometimes I feel quite certain there's a jerkin in the curtain. Sometimes I have the feeling there's a zlock behind the clock. And that zelf up on the shelf, I have talked to him myself. That's the kind of house I live in. There's a nink in the sink, and a zant in the lamp, and they're rather nice, I think. Some of them are very friendly, like the yacht in the pot, but that yottle in the bottle, some are friendly, some are not. I like the Zabel on the table, and the Gare under the chair, but that Bofa on the sofa, well, I wish he wasn't there. And all the nubbers in the cupboards, they're good fun to have about, but that toothbrush on my toothbrush, him I could do without. The only one I'm really scared of is that bug under the rug. And that quimney up the chimney, I don't like him, not at all. And it makes me sort of nervous when the Zal scoots down the hall. But the Yeps on the steps, they're great fun to have around, and so are many, many other friends I have found. Like the Teller and the Neller and the Geller and the Deller and the Beller and the Weller and the Zeller in the cellar. And the Gilling on the ceiling and the Zower in my shower. And the Zillow on my pillow. I don't care if you believe it. That's the kind of house I live in, and I hope we never leave it. So for this book, it obviously has a lot of rhyming in it. Dr. Seuss loved to rhyme. It's one of my favorites as a child. I guess you could say because these little animals, these little characters, I just thought they were so cute, and all the different ones that you've seen throughout the book. For a lesson plan with this, you could incorporate it in English during rhyming, when you're teaching rhyming, and you could read this to them first and then ask them to create their own little character from a household item, like a bed, or they could even use one of the items listed in here, but they could just have to think of a different rhyming word. So instead of a yep on the step, they would have to figure out a different rhyming word for step, and or walk it. Instead of walk it, they'd have to think of a different word for walk it in the pocket. And they could create their own little animal and color and decorate it and be just creative and present it to the class, and or hang it up in the classroom, and they could be proud of their work. It's something fun that they could do while learning about rhyming. The song that I chose was the ABC song, and it's instrumental. For one, that's one of the first songs we learn as kids, and we go through life teaching it to our kids, teaching it to our grandkids. So we always hear it; it never goes away. And this song, the melody and the tune of it is really calming. So this could be a nice background music for when they're coming in the mornings and getting relaxed and getting ready to start their day, or coming back in from recess or lunch, or transitioning from class to class. Have it playing behind them while they're doing work, or when I'm reading them a book, so on and so forth. I mean, the options are endless with music. I mean, it's awesome what you can do nowadays in the classrooms. I wish that I had these like music in the classroom when I was younger. I mean, it would have made learning so much more fun. But How does music help in literacy? It is awesome because if you think about it, the fundamentals of literacy is all about the sounds of the words, and that's phonological awareness. And same goes for music because you have to hear the tune so it kind of corresponds with each other. And also vocabulary. When you listen to music, your vocabulary expands because you may sing a song and you may not know a word in that song, but you're still singing that word. And as a parent or as a teacher, you hear your kid singing that song and singing that word in that song, and you know that they don't know that word because it's obviously an advanced vocabulary word. And you could teach them. You could be like, hey, that word, it's great that you know it and you know how to say it and you know it in that song, but here's what it means. The more songs they hear, the more words they hear. It's just awesome for them to hear more words. The more words they hear, the more they retain. Their brain is just like a sponge at that age. They just need to soak it all up. And also, music helps with like listening and attention skills. Music, you have to listen to every little detail, if you want to hear what the song's saying or what kind of instruments are playing in it. So the more music you listen to, the better are at listening, and the more music you listen to, it helps you with your attention when you're doing your homework or when you're doing your work in the classroom or when you're doing work in the office. Like, I always keep music playing in my office, and whenever I'm doing homework, I always keep music playing. So it helps me focus a lot better, and I turn my TV off and put my phone on Do Not Disturb, so that way, and music without words is a lot better than words in music because, you can also get distracted and start singing. So it's really great what music can do, and I'm excited to use music in my classroom.